Good evening, everyone. And yes, I'm live. Of course, we had some technical difficulties at the backstage, but here I am, and we will be discussing later on about the topic for tonight. And again, welcome back to my channel. I will be waiting for you to pick up the notification that I'm already online, and then I'll be starting in a bit. All right. So slowly we are picking up the notification. So thank you everyone. Kindly post some comments on the comment box below so that I will know where you're watching from and who you are because I can only see the number of people who are actually watching, but I cannot see who are watching. So please do me a favor by posting a comment down below. Thank you for that. And again, I'm Irene, and for transparency purposes, I'm actually a civilian instructor of the National Fire Training Institute, which is under the Philippine Public Safety College, and NFTI is the official education provider of the Bureau of Fire Protection. And that's exactly why we are doing this, because this is also my contribution to the organization that I'm working with. So I have been working with NFTI for almost 10 years now. I think I've been working with NFTI for 8 years now. So there's still a lot of things to learn about the organization. So we are doing this, of course, for the benefit of raising an awareness about the Bureau. And of course, it's Labor Day today. So I'm greeting everyone a happy Labor Day, and we are giving our snappiest salute to all of our service personnel across the Philippines and across the globe. Happy Labor Day to everyone. And syempre gusto kong batiin ang presidente ng fans club. Happy birthday, Sir Joseph! Ayan, hindi ko alam na birthday mo today. Happy birthday! I'm so happy that you have been supportive since day one. So thank you so much and happy birthday to you and happy birthday to everyone who's celebrating their birthday on Labor Day. Ayan. So thank you so much. Ayan, may mga nagko-comment na. Hello po, Sir Joseph. Hello, Ma'am Beth. Watching from Kalumpit, Bulacan. Ayan, good evening sa inyong lahat. And of course, we are doing this in Taglish, okay? Because we also have foreign audience. I was told that they are going to be watching again tonight, and they also want to join the conversation, and they also want to listen in and chime in just in case they have questions. So we will be having a Taglish conversation. And of course, you can also share this on your Facebook page so that we will be able to raise an awareness about the BFP EMS and what do they do, what do they stand for, can we call them. So these are the things that we would like to ask our guest for tonight. And again, I'm Irene, and thank you so much for watching tonight's episode. And tonight is the official launch of Serbisyo Sabado. Ayan. So para sa public service, ito yung ating contribution sa serbisyo, sa public service, no, sa pagtulong natin sa ating government as well, para alam din natin yung iba't ibang sangay ng pamahalaan. Yan, tama ba yung Tagalog? Ayun, para makatulong din tayo sa kalat, no, pag-disseminate ng information. Dog, happy Labor Day to you. Although I know it's already Labor Day, right? Because it's already morning there. So happy Labor Day to you too. And ayan, good evening po, Sir Season, watching right now. Thank you so much. Good evening po. Ayan, sa ating um, mga firefighters who are watching tonight, good evening po sa inyong lahat. Ayan. So, we are very happy and we are very excited. I'm personally very happy and excited for this episode kasi nga, this is the first of many episodes of Serbisyo Sabado. Yan. Thank you so much sa mga nag-message. So, papakita ko muna yung mga messages niya. Ayan, maray nabanggi po sa mga taga Bicol, especially kay Sir Sanglay. Thank you so much for always supporting my page. Mark, thank you so much. Shout outs to you. Ayan. Ma'am Rowena, good evening po. Watching from Camarines Sur. Magandang gabi po. Maray nabanggi sa Indogabos dyan, sa Bicol. Ma'am Noreen, good evening po. Ma'am Jingle, good evening po sa inyo. Of course, FOCC 2020-03. Good evening po sa inyong lahat ng mga nanonood ngayon. Okay, and so we are gonna be talking about BFP-EMS. This is probably one of the trivias about BFP kasi madalas, I'll give you this example no while we are waiting for some technical difficulties to be ironed out at the back end. We are actually this idea actually came out of when my friend called me up. Sabi niya sa akin, I need to go to the nearest hospital, tapos wala siyang matawagan, ganyan. Sabi ko sa kanya, you have to call your nearest fire station. And it was like, huh? Why should I call my fire station? I'm like, yeah, because there are medical practitioners in the BFP, and so most people don't know about this. So mamaya tatanungin natin yung mismong pwedeng talagang magsabi sa atin ng mga rules or ng mga functions ng EMS. So watch out for this. This is a very interesting conversation. Ayan, good evening, Sir Kang Leon from R8. Ayan. Thank you for watching. Sir Tizon, good evening po and congratulations. Nabasa ko yung post ninyo. Congratulations po sa inyo. And of course, Sir Cañete, good evening po. Thank you so much for supporting this program. Ayan. So, again, welcome to our Serbisyo Sabado and abangan po ninyo yung mga susunod na episodes because we will also be featuring different other agencies para mas malaman natin kung ano yung ginagawa ng iba't ibang mga public service personnel. Ayan. So thank you for that. And again, we will now be starting because I think I've received a blink on the backstage. So I will already be introducing the program. So once again, good evening everyone and welcome to Serbisyo Sabado. This is a very exciting and very special night because this is the launch of Serbisyo Sabado, which is all about public service. And I'm Irene. As most of you already know, I'm a real estate broker. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm also a writer, but also I'm a civilian instructor in the National Fire Training Institute. Hence the topic, hence my passion for this for providing service, 'di ba? Ito yung pinaka-contribution ko also as an instructor. Syempre, to raise an awareness about the bureau. And of course, I also have my family. Marami akong family members who are also a member of who are also servicemen and servicewomen. And of course, my dad is a firefighter. So very passionate talaga ako when it comes to the BFP. So again, I will not prolong the agony of my co-host. Let me introduce my co-host. So talagang sobrang special to kasi tonight I have a co-host. And let me introduce him to you. He is a tactical non-commissioned officer. He is a skills instructor for EMS, basic rope rescue, and course coordinator in the National Fire Training Institute. I've worked with him for several years, and he's also one of the persons that I really look up to. So let's all welcome my co-host for tonight. Ayan, SFO1 Carleo Ray C. Dogwe. Ayan, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, hello, good evening. Good evening, Miss Ivy. Good evening, ma'am. And good evening to everyone who are watching right now or having their support to this channel. To all the students of the FOCC class 2020-03, good evening po sa inyong lahat. Miss Ivy,
Ayan.
kinakabahan ako. This is my first time.
Ayan, actually marami pong nag-hi po sa inyo. Ayan, malamang mga taga FOCC to. Medyo may bias
Yes
tayo
po.
tonight
Hello
sa
po to
FOCC.
everyone. Hello, Sir Season. Hello, Sir. Good evening.
Ayan.
And ano po, hi, Ma'am Noreen. Good evening po.
Ang dami. Bumaha yung messages nung nagpakita ka sa screen.
Yes,
Ayan.
ma'am. Opo.
Shout
All of
out
them are all my
po.
seniors in the service, Ma'am Ivy, to inform you. They are all my seniors, and I really admire them on how they really work and help in the bureau. As the years go by, actually, sila actually are the pillars of the bureau. Why the bureau is giving too much service in the public because of them. Hi,
Right.
simultaneous. Good evening.
Ayan, ang daming bumaha ng messages. Ang daming nag-message sa comment box natin. Pa-shoutout po sa mga bomberong swabbers sa Philippine Arena Mega Swabbing Facility. Ayan. So,
Yes.
syempre mga bombero din ang nandyan. Sa mga sibilyang nanonood, meron po tayong mga bombero na naka-assign po ngayon sa Philippine Arena. Bakit may bombero doon? Ayan, mamaya
Yes.
masasagot yung mga tanong na yan.
Bakit nga?
Bakit nga
Wala
ba?
naman ako
Bakit nga
involved.
ba? Ayan, Doc Jane is also
Hi, Dr.
watching.
Jane.
Ang dami bumaha ng messages sa ating comment box. Ayan. So, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat and thank you so much for supporting this. And again, we are really excited, we are really passionate, we are really happy that you're there. But we will also appreciate it if you will also share it on your wall kasi syempre tayo, karamihan sa atin, alam na natin 'to. Pero we are doing this also for the civilian audience that I have on my channel and to the civilian audience that you have on your Facebook page. Okay, so syempre hindi na natin patatagalin. Ayan, nakita ko na yung blink-blink ulit sa, ano, sa screen ko. Okay, so tonight we have a very special guest because again, syempre ito yung launch, Sir Carl, ito yung launch ng Serbisyo
Yeah.
Sabado. So dapat
Congratulations
bigatin.
pala, ma'am. Congratulations for your new program. And I hope this program could really help a lot of civilians to be aware. No? It's more on public awareness. Tama, ma'am, no?
Yes po,
I hope
yes
that
po.
this channel would really help.
Kasi marami pa rin sir talaga yung kumbaga hindi nakaka-encounter. Kumbaga kung wala kang kakilalang bombero, parang hindi mo talaga masyadong alam kung what's the BFP all about. And there are a lot of questions like I get a lot of questions like bakit bombero yung sinasabi mo tawagan ko? Parang wait lang, dapat may program ako nito eh para mas maintindihan ko ano yung ginagawa ng mga bombero. Tapos 'di ba nung nagkalindol, Sir Carl,
Yes.
sabi nila bakit may mga bombero sa scene? So yun yung mga bagay na gusto nating, alam mo yun, gusto nating
Bigyan
madagdagan yung
linaw.
kaalaman. Yes,
Mm-mm.
bigyang yan, kaya kailangan kita sir yung Tagalog ko, umiiyak na
Tagalog
naman.
yan.
Okay. So now we will be introducing our guest speaker. We have of course a very distinguished speaker. So let me introduce him. All right, let me get my copy. Okay. So he used to be the former regional director of BFP Cordillera. He was also the chief of BFP NHQ Health Service. He was the former chief of BFP Health Services and NHQ EMS at BFP. He was also the former assistant regional director for admin, and he was the former chief of HEMD/rescue at Region 1 and Region 2. He was the former chief resident at Tuwao District Hospital, was the former medical officer at Cagayan Valley Medical Center, and he studied at FEU, NRMF, and San Sebastian College. So right now he is the chief of the BFP NCR Health Service. Let us all welcome Senior Superintendent Roderick Esteban Ramirez, or otherwise known as Doc Ram. Doc Ram, good evening po. Okay, let's.
Yan.
Ayan, si
How
Doc
are
Ram galing siya
we?
sa travel. So we are waiting for
Opo, ma'am.
like,
To give information, no, ma'am, Doc Ram is a lookalike of one of the famous artists here in the Philippines, si Ricky Davao. So, yung
oo
ibang mga
nga.
close friends na sabi ko, it's, AKA Ricky Davao.
Oo nga 'no, oo nga. Ayan,
Opo.
sa audience po natin kanina pa po talaga medyo struggling sa signal 'no. I mean kaming lahat sa back end. Kasi si sir ay galing po sa travel so I think nag-move siya from one place to another. So medyo nagkaka-challenge po siya sa signal and we will be waiting for him to come back to the live stream. Ay, nawala nga siya ulit. So, Sir Carl, pag-usapan muna natin kung paano ka po ba napunta sa EMS? Ikaw muna yung guest ko.
Oo nga, ma'am. Paano nga ba ako napunta? Okay, actually, ma'am, tanong ko din yan, ba't ako napunta sa bureau? Kasi I am a nurse by profession, and what I am planning to do is I have to go abroad, no? I have to go abroad. But then again, I was encouraged by my sister. Sabi niya ganun, bakit ka pa mag-abroad? Dito ka na lang sa Pilipinas. Now, why not serve the Filipinos and use your skill as a nurse in the pre-hospital setting sa bureau? So I was amazed. Sabi ko, hala, meron palang ganun yung bureau, no? Meron palang ganun yung mga bumbero, may ambulance pala. So when I looked at the ambulance, I was amazed of how sophisticated the ambulance at the national headquarters is. So, yun, I entered the bureau. And then I told myself, sabi ko, 3 years lang ako dito. Sabi ko, 3 years lang. And then after 3 years, sibat na. Then, yun na nga, to make the long story short, hindi siya 3 years kasi it's 11 years na no, that I was in the service. And I was really enjoying my work here at the Bureau of Fire.
Kwentuhan mo naman kami ng konti, Sir Carl. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng rope rescue? Parang ngayon ko lang din siya ito na naman ako sa curiosity ko. Ano ba yung rope rescue? Kasi binasa ko siya kanina sa profile mo, diba? Ano ibig sabihin nun?
Ay, okay. So, rope rescue. So, aside from medical rescue kasi, ang part din ng trabaho ng mga bumbero is to do the rescue operations. So, may mga rescue operations kami that ang kailangan namin i-rescue are on the high angle. Ibig sabihin, nasa high-rise building, yung mga tatalon magsusuicide. Meron din kaming rescue operation. May mga operations din na we have to rescue yung mga tao na nalaglag sa bangin, yung mga sasakyan na nalaglag. And to do that, it needs an extra skill. So yung skill na yun is yung tinatawag natin na rope rescue training. So we have to undergo that, how to use that yung ropes, no, to rescue people in high angles, in low angles, no, na hindi kaya ng kamay mo lang, no.
Parang gusto ko rin mag-sit in dyan. Pero mamaya ko yun itatanong kasi nasa question ko yan later. Ayun na si Doc Ram. Nag-blink na ulit yung... Ayan, nag-blink na ulit. Hello, Doc. Good evening po.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, Dad. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Carl.
Ayan, so live na po tayo, Doc. Thank you so much po sa pagpayag po na maging guest ko po for the launch of Serbisyo Sabado. So kumusta naman po ang inyong linggo, sir?
Actually, this is just my rest day. Actually, for the past 2 weeks kasi busy kami even on weekends. Ongoing kasi yung mga medical examination namin ngayon for BFP recruits. So galing ako ng NCR. Tapos after that, takbo papuntang Region 6, then takbo na naman for Region 5. So pagkatapos nun, balik na naman ng NCR.
Ayun. Medyo challenging talaga yung signal ni Doc.
Yeah.
Doc? Ayun, Doc.
Parang bigahan, no? So, siya na ang hina ng net dito sa Cagayan?
Okay lang po, Doc. We will be waiting for you kahit po nag-glitch po yung signal. So, ayun, Doc, sisimulan po ni Sir Carl yung pinakaunang question po for tonight for regarding the EMS.
Okay, so pampainit na question, Dad. Sa Bureau of Fire Protection, ano ba yung tinatawag natin na EMS?
Well, EMS is basically stands for Emergency Medical Service. Actually, programa na ito ng Bureau of Fire since 1992. We started this Bureau of Fire. Ito kasi we were really caught unaware on July 16, 1990 earthquake. Actually, yung dati naming doktor, yung sa pinakauna naming doktor na naging fire chief namin, si Fire Chief Superintendent Donato Gonzalez, he started this. So, he started hiring nurses. So, para merong nagre-rescue. So, ito yun. Wala pa halos nurse noon sa Bureau of Fire. Although, may mga officers kami na hire. But, EMS was not working then. So, started hiring, developing it, until through the years, naka-hire din kami na additional doctors. And dumami kami. And yan, si Carl, isa sa mga nurses namin yan. So, we both have the health service. We formerly called it the medical dental service before with the EMS. So, yun yung on the personal side. Then, of course, the EMS is the operation side namin. So, EMS namin responds to all, we cater to all emergencies. And also for disaster cases. Nandun kami lahat. Makikita mo yung bomber is very visible. So, as of now, the latest, etong sinabi natin, disaster natin, which is the pandemic, makikita mo ang dami yan. So, transport ng patients from their houses to the hospital, to the quarantine facility, and we also have nurses, EMS personnel namin na stationed nando sa quarantine facility namin, which is located in Muntinlupa, na pinaman sa amin ng DILG yun. So, in not so severe cases naman yun. So then we have the swabbing facility, which is in the Philippine Arena. Kanina narinig ko na maraming shout out dyan sa Philippine Arena. So they do a lot of swabbing. So within the metro and within the regions, nearby regions. So particularly Cordillera, Region 3, they even go as far as Region 4A and Region 4A ang madalas nilang puntahan na ano. Yan ang mga lugar. And nakapunta na din sila sa different parts of Mindanao na pag-swab sila. Meron pang ACT, yung active community testing na ginagawa. So, may team na pinapapunta. Actually, yung EMS namin is a very diversified unit. Hindi lang to nurses, ha? Marami kaming EMS personnel who are not even nurses. They're graduates from the different courses. So, na-train sila, basically, pag-start nila as a recruit, they were trained sa regional offices namin. Then, na-train ulit sila sa National Fire Training Institute and additional higher learning na i-train namin sa National Headquarters. So, yun ang ano namin. So, magtaka ka, this is also pattern based on what you see in the US and also in the Europe. But we try to get the best of both worlds before na meron pa kami sumasampa na sa Philippines kasi minsan may sumasampa pa ng mga doctors sa ambulances, which is important. Although it's free,
Opo.
libre libre yan. So whenever you call the nearest fire station or you call 911, also we're promoting also the 911. Yun. Why are we promoting this? So this is a national emergency call number na dapat tatawagan ng bawat tao. So meron yan. Although hindi kami ganun kadami. We're not. So maraming tulong-tulong yan with the local DRRMOs or with the response. So yung mga transport and lahat na respond din namin libre. Okay? It's for free.
Ayun.
So sa sunog, disasters, vehicular traffic accidents, road traffic accidents, nandyan kami. Ang dami. Ako, I live in Cagayan Valley. Pagpasok mo po pa lang ka ng Cagayan Valley, which is Santa Fe, ang daming vehicular accident doon. Malalaking trucks, mga nahulog na sasakyan. Tinatrabaho ito ng mga EMS namin. With our firemen, of course, they work as a team. Yan ang ano namin. Not only for medical cases, may lagnat ng anak. Marami na rin po kami pinaanak. Okay? Napaanak, CNPR, yung mga trauma vehicular extrication, ang dami po nagawa po niyan. Marami kaming serbisyo. And again, I'd like to say, everything is for free. Ginagawa po namin yan, serbisyo po talaga sa bayan, and which is part of our mandate. And I would like to discuss also yung EO 56, Executive Order number 56, signed by the President, nonetheless, the President of the Philippines, noong 2018, na stating under the Bureau of Fire will be the lead agency for all fire suppression, technical rescue, and response to all medical emergencies. Yan po ang EMS namin.
Ayun. So, sa audience po natin, at least maliwanag na, mas maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw. Kasi Doc, ito yung lagi kong since po nagtuturo po tayo sa NFTI, lagi kong sinasabi kapag ka may medical emergency, lalo na nitong pandemic, sabi ko, kung wala kayong matawagang ambulance or whatever, just call the nearest fire station. And I would usually get an awkward laugh na parang bakit bumbero yung tatawagan namin? May inatake sa puso or merong, alam mo yung may hypertensive, kailangan ng ambulansya. Sabi ko, kasi pwede talaga kayong tumawag sa bumbero. Try nyo minsan para malaman ninyo. So that's exactly the inspiration of Serbisyo Sabado para mas raise an awareness about the BFP and particularly the EMS, kung ano po yung role ni EMS sa society. So, since po yung mga susunod na tanong ay nasagot na po ninyo, ito po yung susunod kong tanong. Ano po yung biggest challenges ng EMS?
We have really a lot of big challenges. Actually, yung development namin, actually with the EOP 56, hamon ng presidente kasi yan na ma-improve namin. I think that would be the biggest challenge for the EMS and for the Bureau itself. to develop it and to improve it. So, dapat ma-reach namin yung paramedic level. So, started with developing with the basic EMT. Ito nga bago ko. I'll be retiring soon, very soon actually, Ivy. This July, I'll be turning 56. Maagang retirement namin, but we're talking it
Wow.
out with the other regional directors for me to help develop it in their region. So, para maano, so improve namin. Actually, instructor din ako dyan sa NFTI. Bago pa dumating si Jojo dyan. Baka siguro high school pa lang si Jojo, instructor na ako dyan. Eh, ano, we try to improve on it on things. So, there are so many aspects of the EMS we'd like to improve and reach out. Kasi, dati kasi, ang notion ng iba, yung mga nurses lang magiging EMS. No. Hindi dapat lahat. Dapat nga, ang ano namin, ang gusto namin, advocacy namin nila Jojo is for every fireman, dapat may basic EMT. Tapos, ang EMS namin would rise above it, magkaroon silang advance and later on go to the paramedic level. And reaching the paramedic level is not an easy task. Mahirap. Okay, you have to have a lot of trainings, protocols development, and of course, dapat yung clinical experience mo mataas. So, ganun din ang ginagawa namin. So, right now, already gagagaling ko ng Region 5. Let me be proud to say na ngayon, ang nag-request kasi ang DOH na tutulong yung mga nurses namin sa hospital. Guys, mga EMS namin tutulong sa hospital
Wow.
with the management of COVID. So, kasi nagawa ko na to sa Region 2, pinag-training ko sa, wala pa ako ambulance nun, inayos yung ambulance. So, pagbalik ko sa Region 2 in the year 2000, I started sa BFP 1998 kasi after my residency training in surgery, nahikayat ako ng mga dati kong nurses, lipat dito kasi wala daw silang doktor since I have a lot of disaster management training and even CBERT. At may CBERT na ako noon, meron akong first responder course noon before I entered the fire service. Kompleto na actually. There's also already a package then. And a lot of course, surgery training for trauma. Now, pagbalik ko, inilaga ko agad yung mga nurses namin sa hospital. Pinatrain ko 2 months sa ER, 2 months sa ICU, 1 month sa delivery room, 1 month sa OR, and 1 month sa NICU. Kasi wala nang gagawin eh. Walang ambulance. So, mahirap naman everyday magtititigan kami, kwentuhan lang kami. I grew up in a system, sa system ng buhay kasi na lazy mind and a lazy hand is the devil's playground. Kailangan lagi kami ginagawa. Laging pagod ka. Pagod ka sa trabaho. And that's how I grew up. That's how my grandma taught me. Although, ano yan eh, it's really in the Bible na you have to be that way. So, ganun ako. Din-develop namin. And nakausap po isang ano eh, I'd like to mention his name. It's my brad. It's Dr. Teddy Figuera. I hope he's watching. It's one of my famous brads na was also working on the pre-hospital care and the disaster management. I told him what I did for the EMS and he was said that's actually a part of the road to paramedics. And yan yung ano dapat ginagawa. So right now, no, balik tayo kay Region 5. Kinuwento ko sa Regional Director Region 5. So he talked with the Regional Director ng DOH Region 5 and sabi niya, gusto namin expand beyond sa request niyo sa amin na makatulong kami na magro-rotate. Gusto namin, paikutin na namin yung mga nurses namin sa hospital, maturuan sila, matrain. And sabi ko sa kanya, sabihin mo, lahat ng nurses natin, even other EMS natin, magte-train talaga dyan, even if they're not nurses, magte-train dyan sa hospital. So palit-palitan, in the case na magkaroon talagang the upsurge nitong pandemic ay sumobra, just like India, what will happen is, yung ibang hospital, ibang nurses namin, makaka-channel kami doon sa ibang hospital. And we can really help. So mahirap kasi pag hindi, matagal na hindi na-expose. Exposure na natin, parang cellphone lang kami. Ang medical parang cellphone lang yan. Every 6 months may bagong cellphone. Every year may new innovation. Ganun din. Hindi po pwedeng mahuli ka. And all the management there is based on what is managed within the hospital and translated it into the pre-hospital care setting. Ganun dapat ganun talaga ang EMS. So you translate all your medical knowledge, clinical knowledge into the pre-hospital care. So yun ang ano namin nagawa. And ako may pagmalaki ako sa inyo. Meron ako noong 2000, may isang tao ako na accounting graduate. Guys, out of the 13 personnel ko noon, may isa akong accounting graduate. So, hindi medically inclined, di ba? Na sinama siya sa hospital, I partner him with a nurse. Ngayon, magaling siya mag-NGT, maglagay ng Foley catheter, mag-suture, even sa
Wow.
abdomen. Magaling siya ano, ECG, IV catheter, yung paglagay ng IV fluids.
Mm-mm.
He does a lot of work. He knows everything. So, alam na niya. And is a very good in doing septic and aseptic technique. From which yun ang bargain ko kasi noon sa Cagayan Valley Medical Center na hindi na sila ang tatakbo. Before kasi kami ang tumatakbo. When I was a hospital resident sa surgery, kami ang tumatakbo. Ang daming vehicular accident namin within the outskirts of Tuguegarao and the nearby towns. Tumatakbo kami. Re-responde kami. Usually come into vehicles and we set up a pre-hospital care setting doon mismo sa site. So, mahirapan nga hospital, di ba? Konti ang nurses natin. So, ang dami pumapasok sa Bureau of Fire Nurses. So, i-retranslate natin. So, sabi ko, ma'am, hindi na kayong tatakbo, kami ang tatakbo para sa inyo. So, I think at least it's a better service given both government agencies.
Right. Para pong the best of both worlds combined
Yeah,
into one.
true. Yeah.
Okay,
Ayan,
so
sir.
ayun po no ma'am. To add up no, Ma'am Ivy, and yung sinabi ni Doc Ram kanina that that the DOH from the Region 5 are requesting yung mag-duty yung aming mga kasamang bumbero into their hospital to help dun nga po for this pandemic. We have already personnels in the Region 11, no, members of the bureau who are rendering their service at one of the biggest hospital doon, Doc Ram. Tama po ba yung sa Southern SPMC?
Yeah, Southern Davao Medical Center. Actually,
Opo,
hindi lang
so
doon, Jo. Actually, even the local governments, kinukuha na nila as vaccinators, a part of the vaccine team, yung BSP. During the training namin na ginawa namin noong December and early in January about that, siyempre ang na-commission lahat niya ng DOH, yung AFP, which is a service na may malaking healthcare facility. Wala kami healthcare facility ang Bureau of Fire. But we have a lot of nurses actually. Yun ang naging namin, yung part of the EMS. So magta-transport lang dapat kami. So since maganda ang rapport na nade-develop namin within the local government, so tinatawag kami. Tinatanong ako ng mga nurses namin doon, yung mga personnel, Dok, sasama ba kami? Yeah, Wednesday, invite you, join. This is yung natin, this is providing our services to the public. Yun nga. So, importante whatever we have magagawa nyo, may co-contribute. It's important.
Tama po. Kahit anong simpleng bagay na pwede nating i-contribute. It doesn't have to be grand. This is what I always promote in my page, that when we are extending help, it doesn't have to be huge or yung bonggang-bongga. Actually, sa maliliit na paraan, we can always help. And actually, sa EMS, hindi simple yun. Kasi skills yung talagang sinishare. Skills, talents, time, effort. Yun yung binibigay ng ating mga EMS. Kaya talagang salute po kami sa inyong lahat. Ayan, Sir Carl?
Ayan. So to continue with our question, since nasagot na rin po ni Doc Ram kanina yung ating susunod na question, that lahat po ng members ng Bureau could be part of the EMS. No? Kasi lahat naman sila nag-basic training, and part of the basic yun nga po is to provide first aid if in case. Also, part of the program of the BFP is to undergo all the personnel ng Bureau na bago sa serbisyo, yung EMT nga. So yun yung aming ipinupurso ngayon sa National Fire Training Institute to upgrade our training from EMR to EMT. Actually, nandun na yun sa PPSC for approval na lang yun ng academic board, for resolution na lang siya. Yun na lang hinihintay para ma-implement na namin dun sa mga bagong pasok na bombero yung EMT na program. So, Doc, yung pong aming question. I am a part of the EMS. So, being part of the EMS, meron ba akong benefits? Ano ba yung benefits ko na meron sa emergency medical services, Doc?
Unang-una, mas malaki sweldo namin kesa sa the local. Ayun ang isang malaking benefit.
Yun po talagang benefit.
May pandemya man, may trabaho kami, may sweldo. That's just a reality of things. Okay, may benefits, yeah, training. You get a lot of trainings. I'm telling everyone, dami ko training abroad. I got a lot of training abroad from which I drew it from my pocket. Pero there are things na I found out na we could have free trainings. Actually, you enter the fire emergency medical, uh, uh, fire emergency management agency sa US, PEMA, get a student number, and later on makakakuha ka. And marami kami trainings din. We provide. Actually, almost every 2 weeks, nagpo-provide kami ng EMS updates. So I have a personnel na dating kasama ko sa national office. Right now is working in the Middle East, is a licensed paramedic, is a nurse na kasama ko yan, nag-ano yan, team member ko yan eh. So ngayon, ang taas na ng level niya ngayon. So to give back to the Bureau of Fire, nagkakanda kami ng EMS updates. O ko yung moderator niya, I call everyone, lahat para pag ano namin. Yun, isa yun sa perks na mayroong training. And yung sinabi ko nga sa'yo kanina, we're trying to start trainings on sa EMS namin. Ito, nagsimula na ang Region 8. So meron kasi akong IB, meron akong advocacy on the use of indigenous materials na para gagamitin for rescue na gagamitin namin. So, dami ko na yan sa, sa NFTI. Alam mo yung blue na drum na ipunan natin ng tubig? O minsan ginagawang basurahan. I fashioned something out of that. From that, gumawa kami extrication device. An extrication device, the first time I bought it was really costly. Maganda siya. But through time, dami na niyang punit. So, we're thinking of how to propagate it. So, magamit namin sa station level. So, we tried using different drums. Marami kaming failures until we found the right blue drum. Yung kunat ba niya, tamang-tama. So, then kami nagtatahi. So, kami nagtatahi. Tapos, until na-propagate namin yan. So, sa basic EMT training namin, nagbigay kami doon sa mga student namin para mai-propagate nila. Right now, Region 8, nagpadala ako, so kasi magturo sila sa barangay, so to start propagating it. So, inaano namin yon na other regions too. Pati ngayon, meron na akong traction device. Dati, it's really very costly. Bumili ako, ang dali niya masira. It's made from the country na madaling masira. And gumawa ako. So, improvise. So, from 9,000, gumastos lang ako ng almost 2,000 pesos o 2,000 pesos ang isa. So, improvise na yon. And other things, na locally, na kung bibilin mo ito, it's really quite expensive. So, marami ako nagawa. So, parang innovative nga. So, madalas sinasabi ko nga siguro in the other life, ako si Leonardo da Vinci. Pero ito nga, nangungopia lang ako. Pero made of indigenous materials. So, I try to perfect it in every way. It's a continuing process. So, ano pa ba yung maganda sa EMS? Ito, they get to travel. Ito yung nasa swabbing facility. So, marami sila nakatravel kung saan-saan. They get to meet other people and kumbaga mo, sought after swabbers nga. Actually, marami dito, hindi nurses. Actually, ang swabber dapat medtech. Okay? Medical technologies. Yun talaga ang nagsasab sa laboratory. But since konti lang ang medical technologies namin, so mas marami nurses, even teachers, even engineers, pwedeng maging swabber. Okay, yun na meron silang benefit. Hindi ko malaman. It is 500 per day per duty added to their salary. So binibigay. And also with the quarantine facility. Parehas yun. So nabibigay yun. So lahat yun magandang nabibigay. And as a whole, marami kaming benefits. So ang national government is working on yung sabi natin, Magna Carta for the healthcare workers. Actually, we are considered healthcare workers. We tried doing that, asking that with the DOH before, comparing with that. Kaso, hindi nila maano yan kasi dapat may register maigi. And ngayon, since with the pandemic, we're the ones doing it. So, you're already considered as healthcare workers on the pre-hospital setting.
Thank you,
Ayun.
sir. No, napakalinaw. Napakarami mang benefits actually. Yung sinabi ni Doc Ramay, you will get a lot of trainings, you will become skillful, you can do a lot of things to help the public. So those are some of
And
the
you can save
benefits.
lives.
And
Yun talaga
another thing, Ma'am Ivy, yung benefit is the fulfillment ba? That you are able to help someone who is in need. Yung ibang-ibang fulfillment, yung benefit na yung makukuha mo. That you get
that's
some
true.
thank you. Yung word na thank you from the people that you have helped who is in need. Napakaganda pong benefit for yung fulfillment nga talaga, ma'am. No? Shout out po ulit habang naghihintay pa. Shout out po, Doc Sir Miranda, and to everyone.
Ayan, ang daming ang daming nanonood. Hello everyone. Ayan, while
Tumambak
we're
naman.
waiting for Doc kasi glitch po yata ulit yung signal niya. So, magandang gabi po sa lahat ng nanonood. Pasensya na kung hindi po namin kayo maisa-isa, pero thank you so much for supporting our show for tonight. And again, sa mga civilians pong nanonood, please feel free to ask a question. Kahit po sa mga uniform, kasi alam ko alam na ninyo 'to, pero pwede pa rin kayong magtanong kasi baka interesado kayong magpunta or mapa-assign sa EMS. Why not? Puwedeng-puwede, 'di ba? Kahit sino kasi meron naman ng basic training. So, pwede po kayong mag-member ng EMS. So, ayan Doc, since
Doc is
you're back,
back.
welcome back ulit. Ayan.
Yung mic ko, Irene, I hope you can fix it. Wala akong marinig. I
Ayan.
cannot hear you guys.
Okay. Puwede niyo pong tanggalin po ulit yung sorry. Ay, i-cha-chat po natin si Doc. Wait lang po.
Okay, so shout out po ulit. Sir Miranda, salamat po for watching. To all our students from FOCC Class Liderato, thank you for watching and thank you for supporting the program. To all our students from the Fire Basic Recruit course, thank you for watching. And I hope that you would also share this fan page or this channel of Miss Ivy so that other people would benefit from this program. Ma'am Ivy, how was it?
Ayun naman ulit si Doc. Okay, nagkaka-glitch lang po ang connection ni Doc. So, ayan. Also, ay, bumalik ulit, nag-blink ulit yung, ayan. Ayan. Welcome to the Philippines, where internet is always very challenging. Ayan, Doc, naririnig niyo na po ba kami?
Sorry guys, I can't hear you. I don't know what happened with the audio. I just can't hear you right now. So, I don't know what happened. Someone called the
Ayan.
pero something happened.
Okay, so mag-chat lang po ulit ako kay Doc. Wait lang po.
Okay, to
Pasensya na
everyone who
po
is
kayo.
watching, you could raise your questions po. Ilagay niyo lang po sa ating question. Yung inyong mga question, pwede niyo pong i-post. Diyan. Hello, Sir Samentela. Good evening po sa San Juan City Fire Station. Good evening po, Sir Bellesa.
Ayan, good evening po sa inyong lahat. And nag-glitch talaga yung connection ni Doc. So, anyway, oo, the struggle is real. Welcome to the Philippine internet connection. Hayaan nyo, mabubuti din yan one day. Ayan, good evening din po sa OPFD BFP Quezon. Ayan, thank you so much for tuning in. Ayan na si Doc. Let's come again. Ayan, nag-echo lang yung connection ni Doc.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hindi ko kayo marinig kanina, so I got to remove the earphones.
Okay, Doc. Ayan, papakinggan ko na lang din yung boss.
Okay, ma'am, siguro we should proceed when the connection is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the connection's good. Yeah.
Ayan. Doc, another question, dahil civilian ako, so this is my question. Do you accept civilian volunteers?
Actually, we hire people. Yung civilian volunteers, meron din kami yan, pupunta sa station, they apply for a civilian. Hindi naman civilian, volunteer. They try to volunteer their service, tinatanggap namin yan. So later on, but we also encourage them to join the fire service. So hindi lang po pwede mag-volunteer ka. Ini-encourage namin pag kunyari sumama sila, yung may iba, wala pa silang board, wala silang eligibility, they try to be with us, kinukup-kup namin yung mga yan, lahat, everything. And we are the ones who recommend them para mapasok sa Bureau of Fire. Yun. Yan ang isang, I think that would be the best answer I could give you. Yung civilian volunteers, merong grupo din yan. Meron ding grupo sila. So, accepted yan ng Bureau of Fire and recognized yan ng Bureau of Fire.
Ayun. So, may qualifications po ba? Dapat po ba medical, may medical background sila?
Actually, wala. May mga personnel ako na criminology graduate and they're doing well with the EMS. Very respondent sila, magaling sila. May tuturo to eh. May tuturo talaga ito sa kahit na kanino. So, even in the United States, madalas sila ay even on the paramedic level nila are high school graduates. So, kung gusto mo lang matututo ka talaga. And right now, meron binibigay na license yan. So, part of the license is with the TESDA na binibigay. So, right now, we're working on the NC3 for the EMS. So, gusto namin talaga mapalaganap ito para nga marami din tayo mapadala na OFW outside na meron talagang magandang training and capable, lalo na yung mga nandun sa mga healthcare facilities sa ibang bansa o yung mga nag-aalaga ng mga matatanda na dapat marunong dapat sila sa mga ganitong bagay. So meron binibigay na license ang TESDA. And as for other people who would like to join the Bureau of Fire, na kahit na sino, kahit na anong pang course mo, walang problema. Ang unfortunate lang, kailangan college graduate ka sa Bureau of Fire. Yun ang namin. Kasama sa Professionalization Act namin.
Ayun. So, sa mga nagtatanong kung pwede mag-volunteer, kung pwede maging part ng EMS, tapos you're not uniformed, then by all means, you just have to go to your nearest fire station and inquire. Tama po ba, sir?
Yes.
Ayan, Sir Carl?
Okay, so Doc, here's the next question for you. So during an emergency, pwede mong tumawag ng ating mga civilian yung mga civilian or are there any numbers na pwede mong tawagan?
Nasabi ko kanina, you call 911. 911 caters to all emergency numbers kasi ngayon cellphone na, hindi na landline, di ba? Just dial 911, they will cater to it. So kasama nila Jojo yung mga emergency yung mga call takers natin sa 911 before. Kasama namin tinrain kasi hindi po pwedeng dapat na hindi sila matrain. They're supposed to be trained with emergency. So para habang tumatakbo yung ambulansya, nagbibigay sila ng medical advices para dun sa mga magre-responde. And of course, if you know the local landline, para sa ating lahat ng kabarangay, lahat po please try to visit naman ang fire station. Get their emergency hotline numbers, makipagkilala kayo, mababait naman po mga bumbero. Get to know them. Para po pag anytime na tumawag po kami, you ask for dati kasi may 160, 161 na ginagamit. But right now, the emergency hotline number na ginagamit na natin ngayon ay 911. But still, on other areas, na sabihin natin, get their numbers. Yan ang sinasabi ko madalas. Bawat station ay emergency hotline number.
Ayun. So this is ayan. So this is really something that we should everyone's encouraged to do this. So if you are watching right now, if you're not a uniformed personnel, we encourage you to call or visit habang wala pang kahit na anong kaganapan sa buhay ninyo. Daan po kayo sa pinakamalapit na fire station, makipagkilala po kayo sa mga bombero sa pinakamalapit na fire station sa inyo para po kapag may kailangan kayo or any untoward incident or anything that you need help with, you can immediately call your nearest fire station. So, ito po talaga yung goal natin, no, na malaman po ninyong lahat na friendly firefighters po, friendly firefighters in the neighborhood. Sila po talaga yung pinakaunang pwede nating tawagan. Kahit na anong tulong po, wag lang pinansyal. Yun yung lagi kong sinasabi. Okay, kahit na anong tulong, pagka kailangan ninyo ng tulong, pwede po kayong tumawag sa pinakamalapit na fire station sa inyo. Actually, Doc and Sir Carl, no? Doc Ram and Sir Carl, ang isa po sa mga gusto ko sanang gawin para dito sa page kong 'to is to really raise an awareness. So, actually naka-schedule na po yung pag-visit ko sa kasi yung isa ko pong yung isa ko pong episode last time is more about domestic violence. So nag-promise po ako sa audience ko that I will be visiting a police station para po maintindihan lang din po kung anong itsura, ano bang nangyayari sa loob ng police station, bakit hindi dapat matakot. So I'm also doing the same thing for BFP na magvi-visit din ako kung sino man mag-iimbita sa akin sa pinakamalapit na fire station dito sa amin para po maipakita ko lang kung ano yung itsura ng fire station at kung ano ba talaga ang ginagawa ng ano ba ang pwede mong sabihin sa mga bumbero kapag ka dumadalaw ka para maintindihan lang po kasi usually like I've asked several friends, nakapasok na ba kayo sa fire station? Siguro isa out of like 100 people lang ang nagsabing, oo, nakapunta na ako just because may kailangang i-file or because may business permit na kailangang i-file. Pero yung talagang dadalaw lang, parang hindi siya usual. So, gusto ko po talagang i-feature na pwede kayong pumunta sa fire station ninyo, pinakamalapit, para maunawaan ninyo kung anong ginagawa ng mga bombero natin. Yan. So, babatiin lang po ulit natin yung mga nanonood po galing sa iba't ibang station, nationwide. Ayan, hindi ko na masabing sa Luzon lang kasi ang daming nagko-comment. Ayan po. Thank you so much to everyone who's watching right now. Ayan. Ay, may nag-i-invite na Pamplona Fire Station daw. I'm very welcome. Ayan, kung medyo malapit-lapit lang sana. Pwede po akong dumalaw. Okay. So, sa akin, sa akin na yung last pala. Sa akin na yung last question. Doc Ram, ito yung second to the last. What are the things that most people don't know about EMS?
Generally, actually, marami ng tao would already know about the EMS because of the RA 10121. Okay, that's yung sinasabi ng Robredo Law. Ito, because napapalaganap na yung emergency response team in each and every local government. So marami na nakakaalam. So siguro medyo mga distant places na lang ang hindi tayo nakakaabot yung sinasabi nating emergency medical service. So, but emergency medical service pertain to any kind of emergency, either medical trauma, yun, o sa papanganak, yan talaga. So, na high blood, nahilo, nawala ng malay, those are the things na kinikater namin. And even during the time of typhoons, mga preemptive evacuations na ginagawa ng mga bombero, kasama yung mga EMS natin doon. So, they monitor yung situation ng mga evacuees natin doon sa mga evacuation areas. So, we have a lot of those. And naka-standby kami. All of us should be located in the fire station during calamities. So, any call, nandun kami. Naiiwan namin ng pamilya namin just to respond to any emergency they're in. So yung ano pa bang hindi nila alam sa Bureau of Fire? EMS has long been there. Actually, ang history namin ang haba. It stemmed out, yung ginagamit natin, the word triage, came out from the Surgeon General of Napoleon the Great, Dr. Dominic Larrey. Sabi niya trier, means to sort out. Ganun pa. And even during the time of Julius Caesar, ang ginagamit na nila chariots to carry out yung mga wounded soldiers. Ang dami. During World War I, meron tayo sinasabing medics. During the Korean War, meron tayong sinasabing MASH. Sa mobile army station hospital. So naka-tent lang sila, ganun. Marami. And it evolved. So kung naalala mo, hindi ko alam kung ilang taon ko na ng July 16, 1990 earthquake. Ilang taon ko na noon, Ivy?
1995 po.
1995 ka pinanak, so hindi ka pa buhay noon. So, fourth-year medical student.
1995, yung earthquake.
July 16, 1990, that earthquake, that rock, that started from Baguio City, medical student na ako noon. When they started, yung mga foreigners na pumunta sa Pilipinas, meron na silang tent na dala-dala na fully air conditioned and everything. They could respond to any cases. Kaya ginagawa din niya ng Navy, humanitarian assistance on disaster relief. Ang daming gumagawa niyan. Actually, it's not new. Matagal na itong EMS. So, ang development ng EMS as para maisipan nila, hindi yan ginawa na isang paramedic, hindi yan ginawa na isang EMS lang. It all stemmed out from all our clinical knowledge sa hospital. So we just translated it into the pre-hospital setting. So meron mga sinasabing wilderness, EMT, yan hawak yan ni Doc Teddy Sigera. So binobroadcast ng aking brad. So natuturo sila niyan para sa bundok, yung pag-akyat nga niyan doon sa bundok, sa ice noon, sa Mount Everest. So meron yun, may component ng medical yun, may EMS, so that's why he was there. So ang daming mga bagay. So yung mga sundalo natin, they know EMS. Sa US, yung mga pupunta sa balikatan, they are already on the paramedic level. So part ng EMS system yan. Basic EMS, meron pa dating intermediate, may advanced, and the paramedic, and so on and so forth. Marami pa din dapat malaman ng tao. It's not just learning from one thing, but dapat continuous ang learning process sa EMS. And dapat ganun ang maging namin bureau namin, na mapa-increase, mapalaganap namin ang EMS and mapa-abot na namin sa paramedic level. So I've been with the Bureau for more than 22 years already. So gusto sana namin mapa-abot pa sa paramedic level. Siguro by the time mag-retire si Carl, ay nasa paramedic level na ang BFP. Hopefully.
Okay. Hopefully, Doc. Hopefully. Okay, so salamat po Dad, So aside from the EMS, ma'am, meron din yung tinawag mo, yung sinabi mo sa amin kanina about rope rescue. So those are another field naman yun. Siguro you could give special time for that for that field of our rescue operation. No? Kasi we're not only responding to medical emergencies but also to hazardous materials, mga chemical leaks from industrial parks. We
Yung
also
hazmat
respond to
po ito, no, sir?
Yes,
yung sa hazmat. Ayan.
Yes.
At least
So,
may alam
those
ako,
are
may alam ako hazmat.
ibang
Ayan, may bumabati po sa atin si Ma'am Orange. Good evening, sir, ma'am. Watching from BFP EMS Makati Central Fire Station. Ayan na. Diyan ako pupunta. Ito pinakamalapit sa akin. Ma'am, pwede po bang dumalaw sa inyo one of these days para po ma-video lang natin yung pinakamalapit na EMS dito sa akin. Nasa NCR po kasi ako. Ayan, good evening po, Sir Doc Ram, mate, sir. Ayan, thank you po. Watching here. Si Sir Julius. Good evening po, Sir Julius.
Sir
watching
Julius.
here
Good evening.
at Cebu. Nasa Cebu pala si Sir. Cebu Technological University. Ayan. Thank you so
Sir
much.
Vasquez is handling yung pong aming basic recruit course naman po from Region 7.
Ayun. Okay. So, ayan. Watching from Sharif Agua, Maguindanao Barm. Watching from BFP Naval Fire Station EMS. Ayan. Yun. Nag-join forces na yung mga EMS. Dumating na sila. Ayan. Good evening po, Sir Valdez. Thank you so much for tuning in. Ayan, Sir Carl, meron ka po bang katanungan para kay Doc Ram bago tayo mag-wrap up tonight?
So far, ma'am, wala na po.
Kasi magkasama kayo. Ayan. Ito na lang siguro yung siguro ito na lang yung last ko na talagang tanong. Sasamantalahin ko na tong opportunity na to para tanungin po kayo pareho, no? Sir, ano po yung maia-advise niyo sa mga incoming na gustong maging bumbero tapos or sa mga existing na bumbero tapos nagdadalawang isip pa sila kung gusto nila mag-EMS? Ano po yung maia-advise po ninyo? Ayan, simulan natin sa inyo, Sir Carl. Ano po yung maia-advise ninyo sa mga incoming na bumbero para ma-encourage po sila mag-EMS or yung mga existing na bumbero na gusto pong pumasok sa EMS?
Ay, okay po. Ano lang po, ma'am and sir, to those who are interested on joining the Bureau of Fire Protection, I encourage them to become part of the EMS. No, I encourage them to pumasok sila sa EMS para ma-equip din sila from other skills na hindi lang nila magagamit sa trabaho. that skill that they could acquire in the field of pre-hospital care could also be used in their daily lives, sa kanilang personal na buhay, sa kanilang pamilya. They could also use that. So I am encouraging them to join the EMS para sa ganun, may equip sila dun sa skill na hindi lang nila magagamit for public service, but they could also use that for personal use. Opo. So aside dun, ma'am, nakakapogi pagka-part ka ng EMS, ma'am. Tingnan niyo po yung doktor namin.
Ayun naman pala. Ayun naman pala. Yun pala pinaka-advantage kapag nasa EMS. Thank you so much, Urkel. Ayan, may mga nagbumabati din sa atin from BFP Sambuanguita Fire Station. Good evening po sa inyong lahat dyan. Ayan, at ibabalik ko po ang microphone kay Sir. Kay Doc Ram. Doc.
Hi, actually, there's so many things that you can really benefit from this. Kung gusto niyo sumali. Actually, ang daming, IV, actually, ang complement system namin ng nurses, nasa 32,000 na stronghold ng Bureau of Fire. Pero ang nurses namin ay nasa mahigit 5,000 kami. 5,000 sila. Okay? So, yung iba nag-work sa different offices na. So, iba marshals na, marami. So, madalas sila muna na duman lahat sa EMS. So we'd like to, ito yung programa na gusto namin na dapat matuto. The basic EMT should be the basic knowledge in all, for all firefighters dapat. So, increase namin. So, nasabi niya kanina on hazmat, so we also have the medical hazmat to respond to it. So, technical yung gagawin ng isang grupo namin, which is a special rescue unit. But on the medical side and even the transport is still half of the battle to be done. Marami kasing nangyayari sa loob ng ambulances. So a lot of things to be learned and to be skills namin dapat ma-improve. Maraming yan. So it's one of the things na sabi ko nga pinag-usapan namin with the officers na magawa namin, and I think we could do already this training online. Actually, nung regional director ako ng Cordillera, pag wala akong ginagawa, nagle-lecture ako, video ko, para and we started doing that. And even as a regional director before, I conducted 2 EMT trainings sa Cordillera. So, inaano pa rin namin na sana ma-improve namin yung system namin sa National Fire Training Institute. Magkaroon kami ng sarili naming assessment area match with TESDA, na dapat mag-ano kami sa TESDA. Nagawa ko na kasi sa Cordillera yun. So, but right now, sa kabisihan sa COVID, so hindi namin naasikaso. But hopefully, ma-improve namin. So, I'd like to invite everyone, saan mo man kayo mapunta, magagamit nyo ang knowledge sa EMS. At home. Okay? Even lagnat na anak nyo, lagnat na magulang nyo, lagnat na asawa mo, magagamit mo yan. Any kind of pain, ma-assess mo talaga. Which is very important. Walang taong hindi makakasakit. Yan ang namin dito sa EMS. So kung matututo kayo and would like to learn and be part of it, so lahat naman ang EMS kasi lahat yan party ka sa BFP. But what I'm saying is you don't just have to be reliant on a certain person just for a certain medical emergency. At least you know something. Alam mo agad kung kailan mo itatakbo, you know when to call. What is really important is when you know when to call for help. Importante yun. Ganun pa lang matututo na lahat. Alam na nila. So minsan they might be looking at someone, akala lang nila simpleng nilalagnat na, yung pala mas delikado na, or natulala lang, yung pala na stroke na. So hindi nila alam yun. Or even sabi na masakit lang yung braso ko, yung pala there's something going on already na it could lead to myocardial infarct already. So at least doon sa EMS, we would know that. And we could advise things para doon sa mga tao. Yeah.
Ayun, nakamute pala ako. Nagsasalita ako. Ayun, thank you so much. Actually, personally, gusto ko lang din po share to sa audience. So I lived with my grandparents when I was a kid. Of course, with my mom, who's a solo parent, during my younger years. And ilang beses po ako naka-witness ng na-stroke because of my grandparents. At ilang beses po ako nakakita ng fall dahil nga po, syempre, when you're living with older people, isa po ito sa mga common. And that's one of the things talaga na natutunan ko. Dapat you should know if kung ano man yung nararamdaman niya. Kasi minsan, baka iba yung gawin mo. For example, kagaya nung nakaka-experience na rin ako ng vehicular accident. So sabi ko, wag akong gagalawin kasi baka may nabalian ako or something. So things like this kasi may mga bagay na minsan baka mali yung pagkakagawa, lalo tuloy madidisgrasya yung pasyente instead na maagapan. So I think there were several instances na instead na naagapan yung pasyente dahil mali yung pag-handle dun sa patient, lalong na disgrasya. So, sobrang importante. I totally agree na sobrang importante ang emergency medical services. And it's not only because we have to save lives. Sometimes it is also us who needs to know it para hindi tayo madisgrasya on ourselves, no, upon we wouldn't bring the accident upon ourselves. So talagang it should be a very important life skill that we should all know regardless of our age. In fairness, sa Pilipinas we have this sa grade school pa lang yata tinuturo na yung mga first aid and all hanggang college, pero hindi kasi masyadong yung talagang strong. So tayo pong mga adults na we can definitely empower ourselves and educate ourselves on how to really be able to learn more about the emergency medical services, lalong-lalo na po if you're living with someone na medyo una yung may mga comorbidities, lalo na sa panahon ngayon, hindi agad-agad, 'di ba? Hindi agad-agad na itatakbo sa hospital. Tapos if you're living with people who are aged, 'di ba? Medyo may mga edad na, maraming mga kung ano-anong nararamdaman. So talagang importante 'yon. And also siguro po kung meron man po tayong pwedeng i-promote na page kung saan po sila pwedeng pumunta para sa mga online learning na pwede pong makapag-attend yung ating mga audience. Meron po ba? Meron po ba tayong page?
Meron kaming website, continuous in-upgrade yan. Bawat region may kanya-kanyang website. So, depende kung ano may ipopost nila. So, we have the Oplan Ligtas Pamamayanan, which is we really do cater to it. So, ngayon, kasama na rin nga ngayon na doon sa OLP namin, sabi na namin yung about the COVID and how to with the vaccination. So, marami pong ganyan. Yung ibang trainings po namin, as of now, hindi pa namin masabi ko ma-share doon sa amin. So we'd like to start it for ourselves muna. But later on, we will mag-abot namin yan. Makakaano kami ng mga... Meron din kami maginawa sa Cordillera before on fire safety tips na napaka-importante po yan. Na pinapanood mo kung paano talaga mag-response and everything that you have to do for fire prevention. And for other basic techniques na ginagamit namin sa EMS, meron na kaming gumagawa ng short videos. So para naman may mapakita sa public.
Ayun. Thank you so much, Doc Ram.
Thank you rin.
I-mute ko lang po ulit kayo because of the feedback. Ayan, thank you so much, Doc Ram and Sir Carl. It's really been my pleasure to have you both on the launch or the pilot episode of Serbisyo Sabado, and I really wish na makapag-feature pa po ako ulit nung sa rope naman kasi hindi ko po alam na magkaiba pa po pala yun. Ngayon ko lang pati narinig yung rope rescue. So I would really appreciate it if I will also be able to do another episode about rope rescue naman and hazmat in another department of the Bureau of Fire Protection. And sa mga audience po natin, I'm really very grateful that you have stayed with us for more than an hour, and we will be really happy if you can share this interview, share this video so that more people will be aware about what the EMS is all about and what we can do to save other people's lives. Sometimes, kahit sa simpleng pag-share lang po ng video na to, nakakatulong po tayo sa pag-save ng buhay ng ibang tao. Kasi marami po, kagaya po niyan, one of the dangers kasi of being always online is the enormous number of information that we have available on the internet. However, hindi po lahat ng nakikita natin on the internet are actually true. So, mas maganda po na talagang we hear it from the experts themselves para alam talaga natin kung ano yung totoo. Bukod sa doon sa mga nababasa lang natin, baka mamaya fake news pa, di ba, Sir Carl and Doc Ram? O mamaya fake news pa yung na-share natin. So ito, tonight, this is coming from the experts themselves. So thank you so much, Doc Ram and Sir Carl. And again, we will be doing this event or this program every Saturday, Serbisyo Sabado. So kung gusto po ninyong ma-feature din yung inyong station at yung inyong agency, please let me know by sending me an email at business@ivorine.com, or you can also send me an inbox or a message on my inbox para so that we can get in touch, and then I can also send you an invitation para po maggawa natin yung Serbisyo Sabado. And again, this is Irene. Thank you so much for supporting my page. And stay safe, stay healthy, and syempre, umiwas po tayo sa mga medical emergencies as much as possible by staying healthy. Pero just in case na meron po kayong medical emergencies, please do not hesitate to call your nearest fire station and ask for help, because they will surely help you out with your medical emergency. Again, thank you so much, everyone. Stay safe and God bless you all. Thank you. Bye.